Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Here, David here,
Isaac.
and today we're going to do a reaction video. As you can see from the title, we're going to react to League of Legends cinematics, and then after that, we're going to talk about it. And we are both. We used to be like constant League players, but now either we just play casually or we just don't play it at all. But we still understand a lot about leagues, and there is a lot of stuff that is like
I still watch the pro games, so
yeah,
I'm
he
still in
he
it.
watches the pro games. I watch here and then, but I still understand what the game is about, what everything is about. And after we do this reaction, we're going to talk and explain our feelings about the game. Yeah, let's jump right into it. No, I don't think so. No. So we just picked like one of the videos and then I had most of them. And then we have to yeah, I don't think so. It's just most of them, most recent. Most recent. Dude, I always respect like the music animation. You know, the cinematics are always great. I wish like they had an actual game with those videos. Misfortune with Nakare Boros, I'm pretty sure. Right. Yeah, but those tentacles Lucian. Yep. You know, I like how they did the black people. I mean, they look good. No, because most of those games, most of those animes, whatever cartoons, they always you see Dragon Ball Z, Mr. Poe, yeah,
Po.
whatever. Why his name is Popo? Everybody has like great names. He could have been Anderson.
I mean, they don't have very great names in Dragon Ball. Freezer, King Cold.
Welcome to Irelia. Is it Irelia or Irelia?
I think it should be Irelia, but you know, we kind of freestyle a lot in American English, so.
That's true. It's the same thing for Yone. People call him Yone. It's actually Yone. Camille. That's Camille. You seen this song now? That's a great song. Back in 2001. The thing is, it's simple for most stuff. The more something grows, it's like like they don't keep up with their vision anymore. You know, they had a vision, and the more like the company or whatever keeps on growing, they lose sight of the vision. Which, unfortunately, ruins some stuff.
Steps on the track. No,
You know, Jin is my favorite NPC.
like that he only has 4 bullets. Although that 4-shot
But
is...
it's just like Graves. I mean, Graves has 2. So I'd rather have the 4 shots. I've seen a guy on Earth use gin. That's all he was doing. He only had one infinity. He only had one one AI. That just shows you how long that took the game. But yeah, with they have like a lot of attack speed. His attack speed was insane. It felt like he was just any other Yeah.
Support.
This one is good. I feel like it's better than the last one. You forgot where we saw the echo.
Oh.
I like this one not because of the song nostalgia, but it's mostly because of the introduces what is that guy. Oh, the guy with the chains. Silas. Caitlin? God is probably my favorite. No, not my favorite. But one of my favorite. You know when they rebuild a champion? What I'm calling
chains and such, like when it actually kills you. Silas kills game.
Silas beats game. Even in the lore, he beats game. You don't realize how broken Silas is. He's equal. He's failed. I don't know. Is it just me?
Is that the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, I feel like, is it just
The
me?
housing's loose again.
Senna, before she died.
What did you do to this thing?
Oh, that's after.
Oh, yeah?
You'll have it fixed by Mudtown. With currents and wind conditions, we can be there in 3 days.
Sorry? See? The Ruin King, Diego.
The ruin.
Yeah, the Ruin. You know what?
The
I
mist
felt like
should
I'm
be
pretty sure I
leagues
told
from
you
here.
this before, but
Well,
Diego,
it saved us a trip.
because he's a playable character,
Sinner,
his sword should have the same
Hey,
effect as Blade of the
We don't run
Ruined
from
King.
darkness.
Because he actually uses
Yeah.
them.
So I feel like it should be a given to him.
we light the way.
Someone doesn't think he should be alive. His sword does not stop him.
Once you have the lead, you can just click on Blade of the Ruined King, and it activates the passive of the Blade you already have, and it doesn't take one of the slots. Yeah, or something.
You don't belong here.
I have crossed through death and ruination to get back to her. Return, my queen.
You will destroy this world.
She is my world.
Nexus? Yeah, Nexus. Nexus. Is that? You have the skin, right? Isn't it the... Or you can buy the skins and stuff. It's a bowl now? I thought it was like a spirit. That blade is so cool.
What a great husband.
I don't think there is like any other gaming company
We have to go
that
back
does
for
it
her.
like Riot does
Sinner,
with the cinematics.
we
and-
can't defeat him alone.
I think there
I
is.
mean, Raid is pretty good and Diablo is pretty good.
Yeah, they have pretty good cinematics too. It's always like MMO or like
I think this is the most recent one.
yeah.
Is it?
I mean one of, unless you take the worlds. Thing.
Plea to the fallen, leave me to be with the broken one last time before I go.
That was rock
Last burning ember legends, never surrender.
I missed the old one.
Rise up,
No, this one is new. You can really spam your spears. in this one too, you just
The right wheel that has
yeah, but like you
CDR.
can't miss. Like you couldn't miss the other ones. I guess it's pretty good deal more damage than the ones on
the stacks. That's he's not actually. That's not actually a ranger. That's one of his followers. Because when you follow the ranger, you become like you turn into. That's star. I mean, that's Orn, and was that meteor? What is it called? That dragon.
Oh yeah, Aurelian's.
Yeah. So
Is it right?
probably not. Does he still say that? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
That was
I don't know.
that was the best line. Damn.
The glory and the fall.
The melody, the song, everything just it's fire.
It's too bad we didn't see him fight. He's just
Orn is not a-
taking his time
Orn
building
is not a
his
he's
sword.
not a fighter. You can see it from one of his from when you read his lore. His
Right,
Ah,
because he's just
there we go.
destroying that.
That's
so
it.
the end of the video.
oh, that was
Well,
it from the League cinematics, and yeah, I mean, Leagues is a great game.
Leagues was a great game. It's a good game now, but I think it was better before. You know, they keep changing stuff, and then they make these champions that like it's just like why sometimes, you know, like why did Zoe have to be so broken?
It's not.
You
It,
know,
the other thing is it's also because of the elo. Like the elo where we at, it's too low. That some champions, for example, Zed. Let's take Zed. I'm a Zed main, and me playing Zed, I almost went to a 90% win rate. Almost. It's just because I started like tilting, losing games, just like
yeah, you know
Yeah.
how you like to flame others.
yeah. But some games, I mean, but if you take Zed into high elo, starting from like grandmaster to master, like master all the way up, Zed becomes a nuisance. Like there is no point to take him unless you're like that good with him. Like for example, people like Elias Stalish or Zed Angel, Z21, those guys.
Z99.
Yeah, Z99. Those guys are built different. So they can handle the pressure of high elo playing Zed because Zed does no damage in high elo unless you know how to build and
All right. I mean, you don't get to Halo and not
Oh,
know how
talk to
to
the mic.
build.
Talk to
At
the mic.
least you shouldn't. I mean, you can't, right? You have to know what you're doing before you get there. And yeah. So
No, 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 no. That's the thing. With leagues, even if you know how to build, that's my experience. If the other person knows how to counter you, but that was back in the day, you're screwed. It doesn't matter how good you build. It doesn't matter how what champion you had. If he knows how to counter you, you're done for. But then it got to a point where leagues became something where it doesn't matter if you have a counter or not. You're not winning or you're not losing, depending on which champion you have. For example, Zoe. If you knew how to play her, like 2018, 19, around there, that's when Zoe came out. I don't remember,
it's
but
been too long.
uh, you're not losing.
Well, I mean, it's always first of all a matter of skill, right? Because any good champion, I mean, Faker could solo any of us with Soraka, you know, and he will, yeah, yeah. Because first of all, it's, I mean, there's more to the game than just the champion. There's the person playing the champion first,
True.
and then there's the understanding of the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, someone at his
Which is the
understanding
most
level,
important part.
you know, at his understanding level, he can take a very, we'll call it a weak champion, and you're not gonna kill him.
Yeah.
In fact, he's gonna kill you because he knows exactly what he's doing. You're still kind of like figuring out. You know, you're like, oh, it's okay. I can miss this kind of minion, you know, and then you're surprised that he has a whole item above you, and you know he's levels above you, and you're like, why am I not level 6 yet? And he just kills you
Yeah,
because he understands the game that much better, and he's just that much better, right? So there is that first before you even come to really this kind of like champions and building and whatnot.
It's true. It's true because you see it actually once you get to high elo, because when you're high elo, like the champion matters, but the understanding the understanding of the game is more important. For example, wave management. Wave management has like multiple stages that if you don't even know one, you don't even dream to get to like mid elo, mid tier elo, like maybe let's say the diamond 5 or plat. You're not becoming plat if you don't even know like the least, like the first step of wave management. You will lose because you will find someone who reaches 6 before you do, and he kills you there and just puts you back like few levels because he reached 6 first, and you lose because he understood the wave, the way he was coming, how he should back, when he should back, and if now he should push harder or whatever. All those like understanding the wave and how the game works makes a huge difference. And when I was like bronze, I didn't know about this. Even when I turned silver, I didn't know about this. It's only when I decided like I need to become gold that's when I knew about this. I realized, oh man, that's what they do. Like I should try to get to 100 CS in 10 minutes. It's not that easy.
Right, because you can't really miss any
Yeah,
minions.
it's not that easy, but they do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Even
it's
if you
possible.
stop, even if you do 90 in 10 minutes, it's already a huge gap. It's already huge. And because more money, more items, control of the game, you snowball.
Right, you still have to know what you're doing because I mean, even you can do all of these things
If
and in fact, you can lose the lane, right? Because there's a lot of that. Oh, I've lost the lane. I've lost it, and that's not necessarily true. You've lost the lane, but you haven't lost the game yet, because the game is, yeah, there's the early stage of the game, the middle stage of the game, and then the end of the game, and the early stage, although it determines a lot, it doesn't necessarily means that the game is over. I see too many people rage quitting because they've missed like 2 cannon minions and they're like, oh my god, and then they just tilt. I'm like, just chill out.
Yeah, especially when you support and
know?
you take like 2 CS. Oh man.
Yeah, and then they
AGC
just like I'm like,
rages.
just calm down, okay? I know that it's like really, really bad what I've just done here. I've taken like when I would play Karma sometimes I'm trying to poke and then I'd send my empowered Q on like um those caster minion. So I'd kill those immediately by accident and he's lost like 3 minions. And yeah, that's like delaying his back and all of that. Now, if he tilts, which happens too often in ranked games, uh,
Even in norms.
then
It happens most
yeah,
of
but
the
like
time.
norms is not important. Like in the ranked game where we're actually like trying, and this guy tilts because he thinks, okay, now we've lost the lane. Yeah, we've
Mhm.
lost the lane, but we haven't necessarily lost the
But
game.
it's not true too, because like even when you're behind, there's all like if you know how to play the game and understand the game, you can still come back.
Of course, you can still come
And
back.
even before you lose the lane, in the lane, you can come back. It's just that okay, what I hate about League of Legends is the player mindset. It's so toxic. Like
It
we
is very
still have
toxic.
like a way of to win. Oh no, I don't care anymore. I'm running it down. I'm like, why? Why? Okay, you like you're 0-4. Okay, just mute everyone and do your best. Because by you doing your best, you don't know if top lane is going to be like, I don't know, he's going to become fed and then carry us, or mid lane,
Yeah,
or
but I mean, some people's best is not very good.
It's-
It's those folks that you get in your promotion game that everybody came prepared. We did our homework,
oh, I know
and
those.
then you get that one jerk that just came in. You don't know why he's in your team. You check his status, and he's like
Oh, I know
way
those.
under. And he's like,
I know,
why do we
mhm.
have like
And
this
you know,
guy?
I
And then you check the other team, and all of their players are like on the winning
good.
streak. They're good. They're doing great. And this one guy can bring you down, and oftentimes he does.
I've seen it in. I've been watching a lot of LL Stylish lately, and I see That's what he's been complaining about right now. It's like, what is this? Every game, it's always 1v9. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
It's like they're good, and then all of your friends are like trash.
Mm-hmm.
There is also that toxicity in League of Legends. Like
Yeah.
somebody doesn't play well or makes a mistake,
Yeah.
and they're automatically trash or garbage. And it's like, why are you building this?
Oh, man.
I know it matters.
it-
It really matters what you build. It really does. But sometimes it's just like maybe like stuff is received better if you're like nice about it.
No. But the issue is maybe once he was nice to someone, because it happened to me.
What?
I was telling this guy, he was playing. That was 2015. I started playing League of Legends 2015. Like in 2015 August. No, maybe summer. Maybe like early summer. Maybe July or June, around there. And I was telling this Nidalee, back in the day you can actually put Sunfire Cape on Nidalee. It would have worked. And I was telling him, okay, you're facing another Nidalee. I've done this before. You need to become just a tap tanky so you can win the 1v1s against her. He just lost it. Oh, you can't tell me what to do. It's my game. I do whatever I want, blah, 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 blah. He just starts flaming me. I'm like, dude, I'm just giving you a suggestion here. I'm not telling you what to do. It's just an idea. Maybe you can do this. But he doesn't care. He already feels like he's being attacked because people are too prideful and arrogant in League of Legends. Like, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, and that's just. I feel like that's just a lot of gamers, though. I mean,
No.
even in games like COD, Call of Duty.
No. In Call of Duty, that's another point I want to talk about. So let's hold that point
Fine.
off. Call of Duty. Let's hold that point off. But what I'm saying is, you don't know if what I'm saying, I'm actually a Smurf. I'm actually maybe Challenger, and I'm telling you right now, this is the way to go because that's how we play in high elo. You don't know that.
Yes, I also don't know that you're.
Yeah, but what
bronze.
I'm saying is, if what you've been doing hasn't been working this whole time, what's stopping you from at least trying? You know, and if you don't want to, just reply. You know what? I'm good. What's the big deal?
Or don't reply. I
Yeah, or
suppose.
don't reply. But don't just like get pissed off and then you come in my lane, you start taking crips. I'm like, why? Just because that's what he did.
I've
He just-
always wanted to
why?
be Tam Kench when I'm tilted. I always wish I was Tam Kench,
Oh, leagues,
so I
man.
could go in the lane of whoever it is that's pushed me this far,
I know.
ult him, and drop him off in the enemy base.
And then you come back.
I'm
Oh.
the support. It's fine. You know, I can die, but I'm like, anyway, don't do that. Of course, this is the kind of behavior
If
you don't want in
if
League of Legends.
leagues had friendly shooting, like in most games where you can actually kill
Oh, there
your
would be so
teammate,
much. I mean, can you imagine
dude,
in
the
ranked?
game would be unplayable. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter which elo it is. Maybe the like the pro players because they're making money out of it, or the streamers. But the rest, it would be unplayable
Mayhem.
because people are like, oh, you took one of my creeps, I'm gonna kill you now. I'm like, what? What's the? Oh man, I've seen, dude. I saw this guy get so mad because I told him, you know, you should ward your red buff because you are blue right now, and this guy might invade. So maybe ward. I'm like, oh, I already ward here. I'm like, okay. Then I type the button lane. I'm like, hey, support, can you ward the red buff? He's like, I'm not your support. I'm like, you're supporting for everyone. No, I'm going to creep this from my lane. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, fine, but yeah, don't tell me what to do. By the way, I'm muting you. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah, I've seen that too. It's like you make one comment, it's like I'm like, I'm not being mean. I know. Also, we're typing, right? So people can interpret things according to whatever mindset they're already in, right? But some people just need to chill out.
Okay,
you know.
this typing thing, that's where the comment that I wanted to like let's leave Call of Duty. Now we can bring it back is communication. You know, in COD, it's toxic. COD is toxic, but League is the most toxic game out right
You
now.
think League is more toxic than COD?
Yes, the only reason people it's facts. The only reason people in COD are so toxic is because of cross chat.
Oh, they speak with well, you can cross chat in League.
No, you can only cross chat with your friends or the person you have in your party.
Wait, what?
Like if you go duo queue.
Oh, you mean actual chatting? I'm sorry.
cross chat.
Right,
you
right.
you actually chat
Yeah,
with the
not typing,
microphone,
right,
not
talking.
not typing, like microphone chat.
Right,
You know,
you can't do
audio.
that with
you
the
can't,
enemy
but
chatting.
in COD you can. You talk even with the enemy if you want to.
Yeah, well, actually, you know, it's part of the warfare. You know, like
Yes,
egg them.
but
Not
I
egg them
feel
on,
like leagues needs one. But then I thought about the trolls and the toxic players.
I mean, they already do that. You know how like some people have like issues in their team,
Mm-hmm.
and then they write all chat, and they're like, this guy, blah blah blah, he's doing this, and it's like we don't care. We don't
No,
care.
I usually do. I care because I have.
You know
been-
why? I have tried to like mediate conflict between people on my team and between people on the enemy team. They don't care about what you write. I've tried calming people down. This was a ranked game. We were doing great. We were fine. Like we were gonna win. Okay, the game was clear. It's like beat them, take Baron. That's it. And then I forget who he was, and like it was like the ADC and the jungler or something, and they just started arguing over some silly thing. And I was like, guys, we're doing great. It's fine. Just chill out.
the jungler.
And then like they just kept like saying stuff. I'm like, okay, ADC, you've said your piece. Just stop replying. Stop talking to this guy. And he kept going, and we lost this game because these people spent like 20 minutes typing instead of playing the game. You know,
It's because there like there's a lot of man child in leagues, and
a lot of
especially
what?
man child. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, because there's also that thing is because like nobody know who I am and nobody knows my face, so I can act and do whatever I want.
yeah, but I'm like, come
But
on, we've
I'm s-
invested time.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He feels like, oh, I don't care. I can just create another account and keep on moving. Or next game. The issue is I feel and that's where I was thinking. You know what? They need like a cross audio chat so people can talk to each other. And in some games, I would have won a lot of games
If you could calm the
if you
people
could
down by
not,
talking to
not
them,
even not even calming, just talking to people because some people are clueless of what's going on.
right? They need directions, right? And then it is harder.
Yeah.
You're typing it as you have to do
because
stuff. It's
when you're
hard.
trying, you're fighting. Maybe you're like at the bot lane, and you know they're all coming onto you, and your entire team is on top side. You're like, you can
You
do
guys
the
can
Baron.
do Baron.
Yeah, do the Baron. It's like 4v Baron, and they all just ganging up on me. You guys have a free Baron, but the issue is because you have to type it, and some people don't react, and some people just get into the game and they mute everyone.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah. So you got killed bot lane, and you guys took nothing off the map.
and then the guy was like, "Well, I was there." And this guy didn't show up. I thought it was logic. I didn't have to explain it to him. And others were like, it's not part of my play. See, and most of those stuffs only happen in low elo. I have watched a lot of streamers, a lot of challenger gameplays, and I've realized those kind of issues only happen to low elo players because those guys they don't know what they're doing, and most of the time they're the easiest like category to rage, unless you go for like
I don't
like
know.
once you're like higher than plat, that's where people take the game very seriously.
Yeah, but they can also flame you for the littlest things.
True.
Which, you know, those little things do matter a lot more when you're way up there. I mean, placing a ward a minute too late will really, you know,
But it's
be the difference between life and
look,
death sometimes.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's how I am. Not everybody can be like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's not because of my lack of like understanding of the game, of my skill level, that you have to flame or get so mad at me. If it's rank, I sort of understand. But if it's norms or Aram, whatever,
Yeah, I like Aram.
I'm not taking this.
For me, Aram is the fun part of it's like the actual game, you know, because Summoner's Rift, it's really long. It takes a toll on my eyes. So that's why I don't play so much anymore because, you know, I don't see very well anymore after staring at that screen so long. I'm serious. No, but Aram, you can just go in there and just have fun. You can just shoot spells out and like do all the fun stuff that you can't really normally do. I mean, you can, but like you don't care as much.
Yeah,
You know,
there's
it's just fun.
There's no pressure.
And then you can do that's and then you know earlier back in the years I could play Aram and everybody had this kind of like common understanding that this is a safe space, this is fun space, you don't take
Nowadays,
stuff seriously here.
no.
Today, like people flame you in Aram. You're like, what?
No.
Like, let me have a little fun here. You know, I'm
No,
like, I mean, granted, there's still some stuff that's just like, why are you doing this, right? Why are you fighting 1v4
No,
when
it's
you
because
know that you can't
people-
do it?
There's like three types of league players. There's the one who's just here to have fun. There is the one who takes every single part of the game seriously. And there's a smurf. The guy.
There's also the trolls.
Okay, let's give four. The trolls. Okay? And because of those guys, especially let's leave because there are the guys who just want to have fun. I'm here to have fun. Even
Yeah,
if it's ranked,
me.
even if I lose, it's just
Exception
fun.
ranked.
I don't care.
Ranked is more
No,
like
some
a
people even
job.
in rank. I was
Right, no, I
texting to
know.
this person. He's like, understand it's ranked, but for me, it's still a game. If I climb, I climb. If I don't, it happened. And I'm like, oh, that's actually a good mentality to have. But at the
'Cause it
same
is a
time,
game. You're supposed to
but at
have
the
fun.
same time, I feel like you should be serious about this. I'm like, and she replied, she was like, I am serious. I just, even if I die 5 times, what's the big deal?
Well, I mean, if you're feeding,
No, 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 no. But okay, because some people are like, "Oh, you feeding," but if you were me, you would probably die 10 times more. Because the guy, there's also people don't understand that there's the skill level. So you're telling me the other guy is always weak? Like you're always supposed to win? Some people are like pretty good. You're like, oh damn, how am I going to win here? Like this guy's very good,
Right.
and then you die like 5 times. Oh, he's feeding.
he is feeding.
No, he's not.
Because from that first battle that you fought him, if you thought it was pretty close and you fought him a second time and you lost, there's stuff you're supposed to be doing. So
True,
you don't.
but
I
but-
mean, unless you get like ganked by like
That's why I always we've played together and you've seen it before. I always lose my name because I always get ganked. I'm always camped. That's why my tag name is Camp Mid. I'm a mid main and people always camp mid.
Yeah, so ward.
So if no, I won fine. But the thing is, don't get me wrong. Out of 10 games, I win 7. Don't get me wrong. Even though I got camped all the time, it's just that I understand my lane. I understand how the game goes, and I realize, okay, I died to you once, twice because of your jungle, and now let me try the third time. And the third time, if I die to you, then I understand, okay, the CL level is not there yet, or I'm behind on something. But if the third time I die is because of the jungle, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
getting out of that first wall in from either side. I'll just be farming and trying to make moves in different lanes. But that's how I think, because that's how I realized how the game should go. But people like one of our friends, Prince. Our friend Prince, he's a one-trick pony, and the level of his one-trickness, or his poniness is his poniness is
So he plays Volibear and Volibear alone. I mean, he's started branching now a little bit more.
yeah, but his Volibear is, I say, high elo. His Volibear is high elo. It's pretty high. He knows what he's doing. The thing is, why he's one of those people, when you play with him, he's a double-edged sword.
Like Zeus. You don't know who Zeus is, do you?
No. I
Well,
don't.
I don't know. That's kind of a debatable statement. Scratch that. Anyway.
But yeah, but the thing is, you can tell him what to do. He'd be fine with you telling him what to do.
I don't know,
But he
because
won't
I've
do it.
told him what to do,
No,
and
no,
I
no,
saw him
no.
like
He's
charging
fine.
in.
He's
I'm like,
fine.
oh.
He's fine letting you say what you have to say. He just won't do it. That's the thing.
So you can't tell him what
And
to
the
do.
other thing is, he knows I already died 3 times to this guy. I've told him this many times.
But
I'm
he's
like,
gonna
dude,
die
you
to
died
him
3
again.
times. 4th, now you're feeding. Stop at 3, regroup, and wait for the jungle, or just get strong. So once we
I-
get to team fight, you're something.
I don't think you should die 3 times before you realize that
no,
you
no.
can take this
3
guy
times
on.
is 3 times is the best, because you actually understand that there is nothing that I can do to win against you.
You can see, first of all, your matchup. You can see
That's not
the
true.
levels. No, seriously. No, because the matchup does matter. I mean,
Yeah, but let's say Nasus versus Timo.
okay.
What's the matchup here? Who's winning?
Nasus versus Timo. So if you're a good Timo, you should be winning.
No, it's actually Nasus' win.
If you're a good Timo, you should
If
be
you're
winning.
good Timo, you're surviving.
Oh.
Because see, this is where people have it twisted. They're like, oh, he has the range, he has the poison, blah, blah, blah. And if you just move. No. Because at some point in the game, your
Right, at some
poison
point
doesn't
in
do.
the game,
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't matter, 'cause
once you reach level 6, 7, if the Timo hasn't taken like an absolute lead on you, you're winning
That's
the lane.
exactly what I'm saying, though. I mean, as a Timo, this Nasus shouldn't be very close to this wave anyway. Because
It doesn't-
anytime that he hits a minion, he should be getting hit.
Wave. That's why. That's where I come. That's where it comes back to wave management. Like I know when to back. I know when to hit the
But this
farm.
is he has a range advantage. It's like say you're playing, to make it like a really simple example. You're a Zed, and you're playing versus Vayne.
Vayne is easy. Let's say action. Vayne doesn't face Z. Action.
Okay, fine, action, whatever. No, I'm just taking someone who no. Caitlyn, you see the range difference? It's like every time that you're hitting a minion, you're paying
But
for
the
it.
thing is, I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, I just need that one opportunity to ruin your game. But it's different for you. You can ruin my game all day long. But once I get to a point where I can sustain that damage, especially when I'm a tank,
Right, he's
you're
a
done
tank,
for.
so he's gonna
That's
eventually.
why the matchup is only an early game thing. But some people understand why. Like I'm not winning early against Timo as Nasus. I'm going to take my time. But that's where people like Prince come in. He's going to try. Bam! He died once. He sees an opportunity. Oh, I can kill him. Boom! He died twice. Oh, maybe I should stop. He's like,
Nah,
then
let me
the
try
third
again.
opportunity happens because he's like maybe on the verge of death, and you can actually kill him, but something happens and you died.
But at
I'm
this
sorry.
point, your level's behind.
Yes, but
So it's-
haven't you killed someone and
No,
gained
I
back?
haven't.
Oh, that's you then. Like I have one lanes that I have completely lost because the guy ruined it himself. It's not because you're
Yes,
3 levels
right, fine.
ahead of me, then you can just
Well,
dive
that's
me under
for,
the
you know,
turret.
those right, because they get cocky and then they do that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The thing I'm saying, a lot of like new players or like low elo players should think and understand like it's not always all about fighting, like fighting, 1v1. Let's do this. No,
Makes
it's
it
about
more fun, though.
it's more of a tactical game. You have to think like maybe at 20 minutes that's where I'm going to start making my move because I understand at 20 minutes I can probably have 1.5 item done in this matchup. In some matchup, maybe I already have 2. We don't know, depending on the matchup, or you can even have more depending on the matchup. But like Nasus Timo, I only need 1.5 items, and I will kill you.
All right, well,
Because the thing is, Timo's strong. Timo is strong, fine.
it was very strong.
Yeah. But once I use that ult on
Really
Nasus
squishy, but very strong.
with all like
Right,
the
and then you
MR,
slow him down.
I
and
slow
then
you down like
the
a
blind
couple
doesn't
Qs,
last that long, and then
you're
he's gonna
dead.
die. Yes.
But I know this about my champion, so I take my time. But that's where people like Prince come up. They're like, oh, no, I can't do this. No, you're feeding. Stop. And then when you get flamed, oh, I hate this game now. And then you're starting to troll. No, for me, you were trolling from the start. It's not like I'm a good player. Like one of this guy, like this guy said, he died like he was 1-7 on Nunu, like 15 minutes in the game,
Report him.
and he's jungle.
Report him.
Now, when we tell him, dude, please stop, just farm, let people play the game, and he's like, no, I'm better than this. Like it's just one of those games. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I hate it when people say it's one of those games and he's like 110. I'm like, it's not one of those games.
No,
it's not one
not.
of those games.
If it was, you wouldn't know that. Okay, you know what? Let me chill.
Yeah, I had somebody who said that during like this ranked game. I mean, this guy was just like fighting constant. I'm like, you're like 3 levels behind. You have like 50 farm. Well, don't tell me it's just one of those games. You're doing this on purpose.
It's true. I don't know. I don't know leagues. Leagues almost gave me depression.
Really? Did you take it that seriously?
No. It's not. It's not because I was taking it seriously. It's just because I got mad at the creators of the game because I wanted to level up so bad, like reach the other thresholds. But every time I get to promos, it's like they're like, you know what? We're going to give you the worst players in this game ever and give it to you. I'm like, why?
That's how it is. You either get
Let me win.
all the garbage in your team. Sorry,
No,
I'm
you
using
are garbage.
Hey, here you go.
No, you're
No, but-
trash. Leave the game.
Stop it. You either get all those terrible players and then it's a beatdown. I mean, it's like you're like, as a support, I'm like
Yeah.
doing the best I can to like keep this ADC alive.
Yeah,
You know,
if you're
I'm
support
maintaining
main,
my
you're not
lane.
winning.
Right. And then sometimes I can't even. We did it. You know, the ADC was actually pretty good. We did it, and we broke their turret. We killed them, whatever.
but when
and
they-
then you look at the score,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh,
It was for nothing. Because jungle is like
Yeah.
actually 110. Mid has a 0 farm.
I mean, in
and top
retrospect,
lane
I
is
should
just
really
been
be roaming
dying and
around more.
over.
but
But
yeah.
the-
And
the-
then it's just, or you know, you finally have a team fight, and then you realize the gap. You know, like they actually do cool stuff, like they flank or they have like
Yeah.
they picked really well, because you also have that, you know, they pick a nice core and team,
Mhm.
and you have the folks who just absolutely want to pick you know, Timo,
Yeah, I want to pick my player. I'm like, no.
Master Yi.
No. It's like,
we have like a bunch of squishy people.
I've said this so many times in Champ Select. I'm like, this guy wrote, oh, we've seen that you have like a 10 winning streak on Zed right now, and you're pretty good. So you're picking Zed again? And I type him, I'm like, why should I pick Zed when you're going to pick like Soraka has, I don't know, the support? Where's the point? I don't need her. Like as Zed, there is a limit. There is a limit of what you can do. It's a fact. Like you can snowball, great. Carrying, it's harder to carry with Zed than carry with other champions. Zed needs a support cast. Like the team, we need an ADC. We need a damage dealer as Zed, and the jungle has to be an AP something tanky. And the support and the top lane, they have to be tanky. We need tanks when you play Zed, so you can have a wall of people protecting you from you not dying, so you can one-shot the support, one-shot the jungle, one-shot the ADC. But you can't do it when everybody's squishy, because by the time you're out of your ult, you're dead. See what I mean? But then this guy was like, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to play Yasuo. I'm like, you want me to play Zed mid and you're going to take Yasuo where? Top lane. Why? This guy is taking Ornn top lane. Why are you doing this to me? I'm not taking Zed. Then I'm going to pick someone else because I feel like the matchup is better, but I'm still not going to win because it's only you. No, you can't. You can't. No. And it started to piss me off because I felt like Riot was doing this on purpose.
Well,
No, they're doing it on
Riot's
purpose.
not doing it on
They're doing it on purpose. They
There's
look
no
at you.
people there watching. Oh, he's
No,
about to
no,
level
no, no,
up.
no.
Let's
They're doing
send
it on
him all of
purpose.
this
They
garbage
look. They're
champions.
like, oh, he's about to climb.
So this
No.
is now conspiracy where you think
No,
that
no.
Riot is out to get you.
They're out to get me. They're out to get me because for like, you know how many times like today I should have been like plat. I was playing in Lucian's elo. He's plat. I was playing in his elo and I won a lot of games.
You did.
And I felt like this is where I needed to be. I might not be that good, but I can hold my own. Why? Because I understand the game. But people are going to say, well, if you understand the game that hard, why can't you get out of silver or why can't you get out of gold? The answer is it's not just because of that. Either your skill level is at like diamond 1 or higher, so you can smurf hard from silver, gold, and then get all the way back to your level, to your rank, or you're just not winning. You're not climbing. It's a fact because you're not telling me you're not climbing just because I don't know. Pink Ward, for example, he's a Shaco main. that guy has magic hands when he plays Shaco.
I
And
don't like that champion. I don't
and
like that guy.
I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how good he is. If you give him a fitting top lane, a fitting mid lane, a fitting bot lane, he's
Well,
not
he doesn't have
winning
a team.
any single game.
It's a team
But
game.
that's
You-
why they do to you and me.
Yeah, I mean it's a team game, and if you don't have a team, you're
I'm
not
like,
gonna win.
I don't know. I'm echo mid. I'm facing, I don't know, Ari. I'm going to win. Maybe I'm going to lose. Whatever. But that's where the the team part comes in. If I'm not winning, at least you guys are winning. But you guys are not even doing anything. Like, I don't know. Back me up here, Isaac. But like, let's say, check this out. You pick up, you pick up. You're facing Master Yi.
As
What?
who?
No, it doesn't matter who you picked.
Fine.
You're facing Master Yi from the enemy team. How many games have you won?
I mean, enemy Master Yi, enemy Yasuo.
No, that's not a question. How
all,
many
all
games
of
have
those
you won?
enemy, those kinds of champions are always, they're always fed for some reason. Just
No.
like by minute 3, they have like 4 kills.
I know,
No
right? I know,
difference.
right? So, what do you expect when those guys are in your team?
You expect, well, you always know that
You expect the
your
same.
your teams,
But then your team Yi is trash.
Your-
Your team Yasuo is trash. Huh?
your team's yes was always 0
You see,
6 or
you
0
you see the other team Viego. He's always so broken. You can't like, oh, what is this? But
Yeah.
once he's in your team, he's the worst guy.
I don't know what it
ever.
is, but the thing of it is, I've heard like some
Oh,
casters
man.
say the same thing. He was like, "Oh, we thought it was enemy team Yasuo, but it's our team's Yasuo,"
Yeah.
and he
It's-
failed.
It's not. It's
It's a strange thing. It's like when those strong
it's
champions.
Riot, I'm telling you.
No, it's you know what it is. The grass is always greener on the other side.
No, that's
And
not what it is.
Only in League it's actually true.
It's this is so no, you know one day I typed to the enemy team like, can you take me in your team please? I was so mad. I'm like, dude, this guy picked Master Yi. I'm like, hey, we are in the meta right now. Oh, we got
the
this.
time when he was coming back a little
I'm
bit.
like, you know what? We got this. You know the Duskblade Master Yi. That was a fun part. And then I picked who was it? Vel'Koz. The top lane picked Ornn. I was like, hey,
You remember
this is
the
good.
champions?
Yeah, I remember. Because this is one of those games where
You were actually trying.
yes, not just trying, but they marked me. Like they stay with me because those were the games where just one more win
And you would have.
and then I climbed.
Those games are like an hour long, and it's really hard.
That's how I can remember who picked who. You know? And my bot lane, no, I can't remember the support, but the ADC was Kaisa. I'm like, hey, this is not bad. Okay, the jungle Master Yi. I'm like, hey, we got this.
Fine.
And I felt like, yo, this is Master Yi. Finally, they get banned, but we got him. I'm like, hey, we're winning this, dude. 5 minutes in, oh, come on! I already have a kill mid lane. The top lane is like not losing, whatever. Master Yi got a kill. I'm like, hey, this is going to win. This is it, right?
Enemy team Master Yi in your team. Yeah.
And then, okay, let me just go grab a drink and come back. The time you turn your head and then you come back, Yi is 1-5. He died 5 times. How? Ornn is supposed to be an unkillable beast.
Well, he's not.
How are you
unkillable.
dying 8 times as Ornn? It's only been 20 minutes.
Some people are not.
Well, guys, we're just talking back to what we're talking about. We just had an issue with the camera. Back to what we were talking about is, yeah, the enemy Yaz or Yi. Once one of your team members pick the Yi or the Master or the Yasuo, he's always trash.
Except when he's not, right? Because every once in a while you have enemy as well on your team, and then it's like, oh, I can get carried.
It's
and
true.
then sometimes
But
he
those
pretty much
those
wins
moments
the
are
game by
so
himself.
rare.
Rare, yes.
And even when they happen, they're so arrogant. You're like, dude, you shouldn't like you should wait for the whole team. I had one Master Yi like
What?
this. He was like he was 8-0. Like legendary. He was just keep on killing people, carrying the game. But
And then
then
he starts taking on 4v5,
yeah,
4v1,
and then he keeps
5v1,
on
and then
dying
it
and
starts
dying. I'm
dying.
like,
Yeah.
dude, wait for the entire team so we can give you support and you do whatever you have to do. Oh, don't tell me what to do. Anyway, you're 2-3. I don't need your KDA in my team. Ah, really? What is the? I just told you. Said it's. I'm not. Dude, it
Yes.
pisses me off so bad. Dude, oh man, I hate League of Legends.
I guess it's why I personally don't play much anymore. I mean,
Oh,
aside
man.
from my eyes not seeing very well anymore, because unlike normal people who like play a couple of games and then take a short break and then go eat, like normal people, we don't do that. We wake up on a Saturday, right? To take a weekend, because I actually have a day job. But on the weekend, you get on there and you play until
Exhaustion.
until it's time to go somewhere else. Or if you take a break, like you went to the restroom real quick and you come back, or like I need to eat real quick. It's like 10 minutes and then
My
you
wife
get back
won't
on
allow
it.
it.
Yeah, well, I'm not married. So. But anyway, and just that kind of gaming, and with this kind of intensity, it's a pretty intense game. There's a lot of stuff going on.
It's
look at the
frustrating for
map,
me.
Look here, and then it just my eyes would start to do this thing where it's just like I have to close them for a while, or like stare at something far away, which you should be doing. Like stare at something far away to like stretch your eyes. It's an actual thing. I wasn't doing too much of that, so my eyes. I
You
don't
need
have
glasses now?
20/20 vision anymore. Like when it stuff is really far, I
Are
start
you
seeing
also getting
double.
old?
I'm not getting old.
You also getting old.
Well, yeah, I'm getting old, but whatever. That's not why. But yeah, the game kind of run my eyes. Aside from that, I realized after not playing for as long, I'm just not as good. Like I was playing ARM and seeing the stuff I was doing. I'm like, oh, I can't even play this part of the game anymore. It's time to
No,
quit.
it's not. It's what you're saying is also that, but I just feel like you got to maybe the point that I got, like where I got. It's boring now. I don't like.
Like you don't enjoy it as much.
Not
anymore.
not just the enjoyment. It's like I'm still enjoy when I see other people watch it, play it. I'm like, hey,
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, yeah, I can watch
Yeah,
them.
but-
Even watching, in
but-
fact, even for me, like there are events I watch, like the MSI. I like MSI or Worlds,
the
But
LSK.
even now, I just don't feel as invested now as I used to. Faker's not on top anymore.
Yeah, that too.
And he's also injured right now. I saw him coming back there, but
No,
it's
I
things is
feel
changing.
I feel this burden or I don't know, this heaviness maybe every time I turn on like my computer to play leagues. If you don't play leagues for a while, they have this like install or like update whatever situation they do. Every
Yeah.
time I get there, I'm like, do I really want to do this? Then I just close the client. I'm like, I don't feel the motivation that I had in the past to play the game. Maybe it's just me because I don't get addicted to stuff, and not even addicted. It's just I don't know. I get bored pretty fast. I get bored. It's the same thing that happened to me when I was playing COD. I got bored. Playing Uncharted.
That was
I
a
got
good
bored.
game, though. The
That was-
third one.
Yeah, the third one,
That was a
Uncharted
good
3
game.
was good, and then they make the 4. The storyline of the 4 was good, but the
Yeah, and did you watch
online.
the movie?
I watched the movie. The movie was all right.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
great. It wasn't good. It was all right. Because I feel like they could have casted better, in my opinion, and they could have done it in like picked a different and or just stay true to the main storyline of Uncharted instead of creating your own storyline.
Wait, you make your own. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah,
I mean,
no, I see what you're saying.
you just if you're going to make Uncharted, take Uncharted 1 and make a movie out of it. It's
Right.
already a movie in the game.
Well, then again, it's right because you already know what happens from playing the game.
Yeah, but it's like when you like
Excuse me.
it's like what they're doing with Disney. That's another topic that I hate. The Disney thing. Like they're bringing like a cartoon back to
Because
like
they're out of ideas.
But that's fine. But
Look,
you see
there's
you see
so
why-
many movies in the world that now it's like it's really hard to make something like that's that original. You know?
It's not actually that hard. They're not
Is-
trying. They're not trying. I'm telling you, they're not trying.
I'm sure they're trying pretty hard.
They're not trying.
You've I don't know who it is that thought that it would be good to like make Mulan into like a movie or like all
It's
those Disney things.
because it's money. They saw what happened when they made the first adaptation of the cartoon to real life movie.
And which one was that? Was that the Beauty and the Beast or was
Yeah,
there one
Beauty and the
before that?
Beast. Beauty and the Beast was I'm pretty sure maybe not the first one, but one of the first ones. And then
Like an earlier one.
yeah, and then it became this whole thing. People like, oh, this is cool. What if? What if? And they saw the reaction of the people. They're like, money,
But
and they
I
don't
always-
care anymore.
But I mean,
And the issue is they're making it politically correct. So there's no dwarf. You know they're making a Cinderella, the a Snow White.
and there's no dwarves.
No, because dwarf is offensive to people who have dwarfism. So the dwarf, they're black, they're Asian, they're Mexican, they're white, they're whatever you need, any
mean,
kind of, and they're not dwarfs anymore. They're magical creatures, and Snow White is Mexican.
Voilà, pas assez si tu vas couper ça.
It's true. So that's the so if they made Uncharted,
Pas assez si tu dois couper ça.
why?
Tu l'appelles Mexicain. Mec, il est des sortes américains, ils sont pas tous mexicains. Aïe,
I don't care.
aïe. Quitte-le là.
Oh.
Il
Ah,
était
ok,
pour
je
lui, je
coupe.
sais pas.
Fine, je
San
coupe.
Salvador, tu l'appelais Mexicain.
Oh, c'est pas grave. C'est pas grave.
They
c'est
get
pas grave.
offended and they really do.
No, because she actually is.
Si tu l'appelles Mexicain et qu'il est pour lui du Brésil ou de Colombie, eh, monsieur, laisse.
She is Mexican.
Ok.
Bon, c'est pas grave.
Désolé, je spit là.
Non, revenons seulement sur quand on parlait de
Disney, le fait
LOL.
de film.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The thing with making cartoon into like real life movie adaptation,
The cartoon version's always better.
because back then they were not making it for like money. They had an idea.
I mean, it was
And
for money, but they
Still,
had
but
an idea.
they had an idea and they wanted to bring the idea back to life. But if you want to do the movie about it, stay to the script. It worked once. Why isn't it going to work twice? They already have the audience because people have this idea. Oh yeah, what if it was in real life? Let me check it
But
out.
it's like it's just gonna be the same thing with real people.
But
So I don't
it's-
really see.
It's fine. I have no issue with it.
I have an issue with it
I
because
have,
honestly, if you're gonna make it with real people and you're not making it exactly the same thing, then it's like we're watching a cheap ripoff. It's like those who like read the books, say like the Harry Potter movies.
Mm-hmm.
The book has like all this detail that's not in the movies. So like for someone who's a fan of Harry Potter from the books, watching his movies is kind of hard.
I understand.
You know,
but
and it's the
that's-
same thing
that's-
here.
No, it's not
No,
the
it's
same
a
thing.
similar thing because like the cartoon has all of this stuff in it, and then it's not in the movie.
But the thing is, they can put it in the movie. They just
they
don't.
don't.
But that's what I'm saying. So stick to the script or don't make it. But if they do stick to the script, it's a masterpiece. Once
Well,
again,
actually, it wouldn't be a masterpiece because the cartoon was a masterpiece. This is just a copy. You
once
know,
again. But
it's
but
eh.
let's come back to the Uncharted. Like if they just made the movie the same thing as like the campaign that we've been playing, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, you know, because the
Because
point
I was expecting like Drake jumping and like grenade. He jumps and send a grenade and he's moving on. That's what he does in the game. I'm like, I didn't see it. And who's this new girl that we're seeing out of nowhere?
Yeah, but in those things, which I suppose is the same logic with the cartoons, is that they make it a little different, just so it can be a little different. Then you're not just like rewatching the same thing with real
If you
people.
want to make it a bit different, then do it like the Harry Potter. You know, it's still the same thing. When you read the big lines, it's the same thing, but some details are missing. That's fine. It's not that it's not the same thing anymore, and it's just the same characters. So it's a different. It's like making Uncharted 5. That's what you did right there. It's Uncharted 5. You know what I mean? It's not Uncharted anymore. It's Uncharted 5. So a new, completely new timeline. See, this is where I say they're wrong. This is where they missed the beat. But yeah, on that note, I think we're good. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. We've been talking for like a couple minutes now, and
Couple minutes.
a
Many minutes.
yeah, and as you know,
We didn't reach a very good conclusion here.
yeah, we didn't. But the thing is, I feel like we just ran out of like we screwed off topic, so it's pretty funny.
As we usually do.
Yeah, as we usually do, because we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share.
And comment.
Yeah, and comment. Don't forget to comment. So through your comment, we can have something else to talk about, because some people have their own ideas, and we would like to see what you guys are thinking
Absolutely.
about all of this. Yeah. So peace out.